There were two reasons I walked 6 miles to get here today, despite the fallen trees and the landslides. First of all, I committed to walking 100 miles this month for the Scottish Charity Air Ambulance, so I've done about 70 odd, so this will get another 12 onto it. And the second reason is to have a set up of this tent. It's a TP tent, it's a hot tent, it's a Onetigris Smokey Hut. It's just a single skin, so it's just an outer, and it goes up a central pole once you peg it out. So I'll have a shot of setting up here. It's not too windy. I'm on the shores of Loch Eck. As I say, it's just an outer tent. Pole, some pegs, and some guy lines. Get this thing open. That's it, one centre pole, short corded. It can gather quite easily. It's got the wee ends on it, stop it going through your tent, through the floor. That's your pegs. Kind of standard issue. Fetching colour of green. Just aluminium, I guess. We've got a short cord on. In fact, it's not really short cord, it's just cord. So there we go. So I'll just turn the camera around and pitch up behind us. A better look at the pegs. There's 12 of those bad boys, and it's separate. I reckon there'll probably be about 4 of those guy ropes. So the idea is just spread the tent out in the ground and peg it out. Sounds simple, but I don't know if it is. Let's all try and get it right first time. Give us last words. Before I start pegging this out, I'll just look at how the tent's tied down. So you've got the webbing bits that are sewn in. On that there's a bit of stretchy bungee cord, short cord, or you want to call it, and then there's a wee ring. The pegs don't go through the ring. This provides a bit of give, and that's pretty much solid. So I'm going to put the pegs through the short cord, like so, and work my way around. And then we'll try and put the centre pole in. So method 1 I'm going to use is just peg every single point out. I think the instruction it says do 4, put the pole up and then do another 4, but I watched a few videos, but none of them actually show the complete setup. So if I make an arse out, hopefully nobody else will. So I'll just get this pegged out. Thankfully it's not raining, we're soaked by now. I think you do have to adjust it while it's upright as well, but just wing it just out. That's right, so again, feels as if I'm just pulling the tent halfway up the hill. One solid, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I want to go at the door, but I'll wait until I put that centre pole in. Right, I'll just try this centre pole. This handy for putting in the door. This goes up. There is a wee cap on the top of the tent, yeah. one down and peg one side of the door. We peg this right hand side so you can put a bit of tension on it. Doesn't look too bad. Well, just take a walk round. I think you should really walk round and put a bit more strain on some of the panels, tighten things up a wee bit. It's quite creased because it's hardly been out its package, so that's fine. Can live with that, but that's the bungee set up, not the into the webbing. I don't know if you've seen the video when I lifted the tent up the centre pole. I think it needs to have that, given it would just pull the pegs out. It is under quite a lot of strain. Again, I'm going to just go around once I stop shooting this bit, pull out the pegs a wee bit one by one, just to see if we can get a bit more tension on that. There are a number of tie down points halfway up, which I guess would give you a bit more wind resistance and room inside. There's vents at the top, squished vents. I read that people are putting wee twigs in there to push them out a wee bit, but I'll worry about that in a minute. So I'm just going to go around and pull out these pegs, just to get a wee bit more tension and make sure the pegs are running the pulls in line with the seams. I think that would help. Well, I think that's the tent looking a wee bit better. The panels are under more tension. Some of the pegs I had to move, some of I didn't have to bother. But it certainly made a difference to all the panels. I lined them up with the seams as well, seemed to help. These tie out points, I think there's about 7 of them, counted them off camera, in case I made a mess of it. Only panel that's not really got the tension is the one with the stove jack, or the hole for the stove jack, because the tent doesn't come with a stove jack, you need to buy that separately. I bought this tent off Amazon in the sale for 82 quid. That's why I bought it, even though I just got the Leo 2 from Pomoli. This is quite a handy lightweight thing. I've got a similar tent with an inner, but it's not a hot tent, it's a wee bit smaller, so there is a loop at the top there should you wish to hang it from a guy line or a tree or a branch or whatever. But considering this is a hot tent, I don't really fancy the chances of having a risk there of venting snapping above you and then the tent dropping on top of your stove. So anyway, we'll get this unzipped, see what it's like inside. It is sitting a wee bit closer to the ground now that I've pegged these out, and I have taken them all, put them right into the deck, and there is a wee bit out the peg there, probably can't see it. The pegs do have a wee check out them for the rope to sit in, so, or the bungee, but that's quite taut. It'd probably give you a wee bit of freeboard in the wind as well, so I think to use these would be a nightmare, to be honest. And I think you do get an inner for this tent. I think it's just a half inner. Maybe it's a hole, I don't know, but I think they might go into that. But once I go inside, there are more tie-in points inside you could probably pull it down with. Apparently that's for a snow skirt, but I don't think you can buy a snow skirt for it, so I think the canvas itself, or the whatever material it is, the sil nylon is the snow skirt. I'm quite happy with that. Looks not bad in these surroundings. Wish I just brought the stove and everything with me, but today was just a trial. Get some miles in the legs as well, so as I say, I'll get it opened up, have a look inside. Just going to be the same ground you seen earlier, but with a tent around it. We'll check it out for space. I brought my Onetigris seat as well, so we'll see if I can get in there and sit on it once it's set up. I can't mind the actual height of this tent, but I think it's about 3.2 metres in diameter, and the height must be about 1400 or something. I'll maybe check Amazon before I finish this video. I'll like a bit of stats. The weight I think is 1200 grams, 1.2 kilograms, so again it's nothing. If you don't mind sleeping direct on the floor. I suppose you get a cot and everything else, but then you're just adding more weight to it. But everybody's different. You might be travelling far, you might have the car with you, so it's definitely versatile from that point of view. There you go. There's one side of the door open, you can open that second panel. I'll do that in a minute. I don't want too much excitement at once for everybody. There's the vents, one on the other side in here, but they really don't form their shape. There is something in there. It's not even wired, it's more like plastic, but you can maybe coax it into forming a better shape than that, I don't know, but have a look in there, see it's just mesh. So, aye, something in there to form that shape would be good. Zip goes right up to there. There only is one zip on it, so you can't zip this end down and then just have the top open if you wanted to let heat out or smoke or whatever happens in there. Sorry I've not had the cleaners round, there's a bit of debris on the floor, but aye, it seems quite spacious. All quite usable space. Again, these tie outs, you'd have them out a wee bit, would probably give you another couple inches of room all the way around. More usable space the further you get back in the tent, I guess. Now, with regards to the space underneath, there is quite a bit there. If you're out in winter and it's windy, you will be getting a draft. So I don't know if these wee bits, what are these kind of webbing points, loops, see that there? So I don't know if you peg that down there, it would draw everything a bit tighter all the way around. I really don't know. Maybe somebody can give me the right answer, but that would certainly make a difference. I don't know if it's good for your tent or not, but a couple of the old candy cane pegs would take care of that. But as it sits like that, it's not too bad. Quite happily spend the night in here. Had some form of bedding. Don't fancy lying in wet leaves, but I'll get this front end open. The pole, yep, I always have to negotiate that. Try and move that a wee bit. And there's the stove jack. So this kind of first quarter, I guess, oh, fat fingers in the way, would be dominated by your stove and your wood. So you're really getting the usage of 3/4 of it. Maybe less because the door's there, but could you sleep 2 in it? Plus the stove, I don't know. 2 without the stove, absolutely. We'll just have a look at that stove jack since we made reference to it. That's it there. Just opens up like so. Jeez, some grip on it. Come on, try to do this one-handed isn't the best. Oh, I've got a tripod there, should be using that. Doesn't matter. Come on. There we go, so that does pull right up, and then just a wee toggle to tie it up out the way, and you basically just slap your stove jack onto that. The stove jack that I bought from Amazon is the Onetigris one, and it says it's to go with the tent, which is fine, it fits there perfectly, but the hole, it comes the hole in it already, and it's, I think it's 80mm, whereas my stovepipe or flue is 60mm, so it does give a wee bit of freeboard round it, which I guess is a good thing, but maybe not if it's raining, but I don't think you'd get flooded out. So I'll just open up this other door and get the chair out. Leave that peg in there. Hope I won't lose it. At least they're a kind of colour of green you can make out. Almost lost a couple of black ones the other week there off my other tent. No doubt and about, so. And toggles here to keep this open. They are quite loose, they could do with being a wee bit tighter, to be honest. They're a bit flappy, but they do the job. There we go. Right, the seat. Just going to do this in real time just to bore you even more. Hope this isn't the table. That's the seat, it's the seat. Not used this in a while. I've taken it the last couple of trips, I've never used it. Logged it in the mountain bike, had it in the car last time, wasn't too bad, but I lived it 4 miles along a forestry road before, never used it, so because it's winter time, it's so dark so early, if you've got a tent you can't sit in with it. I think there's much point in taking it because most of your time's in the tent. Some sand in there from the last trip. Can't actually remember how this goes together, but it should be straightforward enough. It's all shop corded. I'll get a video on that somewhere as well. By the lock side. You just put the bottom end on first, and it gives you a wee bit more flex than putting the last ones on because they're tight. What price was this one? Oh. Sure I can feel midges? Surely not. Almost at the end of October. Takes a wee bit of persuasion. Voila! Where would I sit? Near the fire. Aye, might get in there. Try this one for size. I'm only 5'4", so if I can't fit in here, nobody will. Oh, there's a room once you're in. Stove would be in there, feed that there. Probably have the bed area. We're in side to side, I think. Right, plenty of room. Not bad. Sit up normally rather than on the floor. Totally different tent to my other one, both different purposes I guess, but no, this is quite nice. A wee place, wee porthole, wee spy hole. Forgot I'd brought an old footprint, a protector for my inner from other tent, the kind of half inner I've got. That's about 2 metres by 80 centimetres, just to give you an idea of the room that's inside. Somebody stuck a chair there, but aye, there's plenty of room in there. Wish I'd brought the tape to do some measuring, but there you go. Should have just brought my stuff with me. What a night. These nights are few and far between, I tell you. If it's not raining, it's blowing a gale. If it's not blowing a gale, it's raining, but today's a bit special. I'm just going to add these guy lines to the tent just now while I've got it set up. The last tent never bothered, and when I needed them they weren't on, so I was setting up during a gale. So there's 6 of these and 7 tie down points, so I don't know how that works, but I'll try and space them out as strategically as I can, or just get another one and make one up. Seems alright. These sliders, wee tensioners. And just when I'm looking at this, it seems to be the same gauge. This seems quite thin for the amount of strain it takes, but I'm sure it's alright. But I do have some 4mm shock cord in the garage at home, so I might upgrade this just to give me a bit more confidence in that. Don't have many knots, so I'll stick it on the only one I can think suitable. Don't know what it's called. Might be a bowline actually. It's one you can put on there and you can undo it quite easily. There we go. So I'll just do that for the rest of them. The guy ropes do look reflective, which will be good. Save me trip myself up as per usual. So I'll just work my way around the other ones and then miss one because there's no enough. So my guy ropes added. These wee things, just you give them a wee tug and they lock in there to those teeth, if you can see it or not. Usually it's done under its own strain, but these kind of go into that wee groove. Hard to do with one hand, and that locks it in. So they're all on. On the side I never put it on was this side at the door, because that panel's going to be strained by that. So as I say, there's not enough to go round. And the other thing is, when you put the 8 pegs in the ground to hold the thing down, only leaves you 4 pegs when you've got the 6 guy lines, so you'd need to bring another couple of pegs here. It's not the end of the world, but it is what it is. So no, definitely happy with that. Good wee tent, considering I got it in that October sale on Amazon. I say it was only £82, which is great. I mean, you could chuck that in your rucksack if you're going out for a day walk, just to have a shelter so you get somewhere dry to have something to eat or drink in. It's lightweight. Oh, hold on, I forgot to look up the height of it. Hold on, I'm going to Amazon. Right, diameter is 3.2 metres and the height is 1.6. And the weight is 1.2 kilograms. There you go. So I'm just going to chuck the video of this. It's after 4 o'clock. It'll be dark in a couple of hours and I'm 6.5 miles away from the car. So by the time I get back to the car it'll be dark o'clock and I've got some landslides and trees to clamber around and over. And under, of course. So I'll stick some of that footage on at the end of this video. Otherwise tune out if you're even still here. But thanks again for watching. I hope this video has been of use. If you've got any questions, hopefully I can answer them. But I think we covered just about everything on here. Next time hopefully I'll have the stove out with me and we'll put it to full use. It does smell like square sausage now right enough, so that's a start. But no, it'll be good to get it out and use it properly overnight whenever the weather and time allows. So thanks again for watching as usual, and we'll see you again. Cheers. That's a problem. Not bad, that's the during the day. And this is really bad. Well, it's a big landslide. It's got the trees down. There's no trees that are blown over from the bottom side of the road. I'll take a wee walk up here and see what it's like. As long as it's not too sketchy. Oh, good place to pitch a tent. That's pretty bad. Well, not only going to take, looks like somebody's been round here. There we go. Nice scenic detour. Wouldn't like to have to tidy that up. Except for another slide up ahead. Another wee slide. Never came this far last week. Only got as far as that wooden hut. might have seen in the video earlier. So just take a walk along here. I'm just actually trying to get to an old ruined farmhouse, stuck farmhouse. Stop to get something to eat and come back. Try to get 12 miles in, but hope all these slips don't put a stop to that. So we'll go up and check this other one. Nice open colours showing up in the sunshine across the loch. Just on top of this slip now. Jeez. I have to go up round the back of this big root plate. Trying to see if I can see other footprints up at this bit now. Up here, big lump of ground. Fair amount of tonnage down there, but easy enough to pass. Don't impale myself in this tree. Slide the Mars. Like that. Too old for that carry on. That looks like an old slip site they've benched up and banked up there with some armoured stone, but the weather a few weeks ago was brutal. You can make out the gable end of the farmhouse there, right in front of us. That stonework there covered in moss. This would have been the old garden grounds. It's not level, but as level as you'll get in this area. I was going to say neck of the woods, but that'd be terrible. So it does get used for camping quite a bit. The ground's not too bad, usually sodden, but quite nice on an autumn's day despite all the rain we've had. We walk over to what's remaining of the farmhouse. I was here a couple of weeks ago where I came in from the north end, walked down the forestry road from Glenranta, but not much remains. A couple of walls, would have been a story and a half, rooms in the roof. It's quite nice here. It's not raining, not blowing a gale.